Okay, it's 6 p.m. on December 4th. I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Springfield Police Advisory Committee. Tiffany, will you call the roll?
Michelle Weber. Here. Josh Aguilar.
Here.
Daniel Davidson.
Here.
Cindy Koza. Looked like she made it. She was going to try. Jonathan Hayes. Carla Berg. Here. Terry Dillon. Here. Adam Jenkins.
Here.
Brett Yancey. And Eric Adams.
Here.
And then we have Carla and Adam will be leaving us. This is their last meeting. We have Jonathan as he's doing a second term. Not here tonight, renewing his, yes. And then we have two new members, Sephu and Dick Jones. Did you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Sure. We go first. My name is Sephu Bella. Again, I came in, I told everybody how appreciative I am to be here for the opportunity given. I'm so happy to be part of this committee. And a little bit of my background, I've been both law enforcement and also on the receiving side of it. OSP, that's a state pen for about 6 years, and also transport, both DOC/state police for about 2 years. So we do fly across the country and bring people back. So last 2 years with child welfare. So it's kind of structured, then unstructured. So I'm probably going back to the structure part of it, you know.
Thank you.
I'm Dick Jones. I was here at the Springfield Police Department for 31 years, retired as a lieutenant in 2018, and always lived in the community, born in McKenzie Willamette Hospital, been here virtually all my life. And all my kids were raised here and stuff, so pretty tightly tied to the community. So glad to have an opportunity now in retirement to be able to kind of come and get back still. I used to put together things and do some of the presentations to this group, and now I've been gone. So I'm honored to be able to do things.
And technically their term doesn't start till January, but we invited them to meet us in December.
Great.
Yeah, thank you both.
Okay, moving on then. Minutes approval from the October 2nd, 2025 meeting. Chance to approve these minutes. So anyone have any adjustments or corrections that they'd like to make?
Motion to accept them as written.
Second. Second. All those in favor, acknowledge by saying aye.
Aye.
You opposed? It's approved. Okay, I'll move on to business from the audience. We do have a few folks with us this evening that would like to provide comments. So before we begin, I'd just like to read some guidance in that respect. So public testimony will be received during our business from the audience portion of the agenda. As a reminder, the meeting is being recorded. The committee will listen to your comments, but will not respond to public comment until the committee response portion of the meeting agenda during the evening. Meeting minutes will be taken by staff and forwarded to the city manager and city council. Members of the public can always send written testimony to the committee or city council at any time. As we begin our meeting tonight, I would ask members of the virtual audience to please keep yourselves on mute until you are called to provide public testimony. Speakers in person will be allowed to speak first, after which the virtual audience member will be allowed to speak. Public testimony will allow speakers 2 minutes each for a total of 20 minutes. If you are joining us online with a tablet, smartphone, or computer, and wish to speak, please use the raise hand feature to make the request. You will be called on when it is your turn to speak. Please identify your name, Springfield ward number, the subject you would like to speak about. People calling in by phone only, who are in listen mode only, cannot be called.
Eric, we do have one in-person public comment from Mary Byrne. She lives in Eugene, and regarding immigration. Mary, you'll have 2 minutes to speak. Ready? We'll start the timer.
My name's Mary Byrne, and I'm here to stand up for support those who are unable or afraid to leave home or go to work, get groceries and medications. I am a member of the Interfaith Alliance to Support Migrants, and I'm just humbled by my own privilege because I'm not afraid to leave my home, and I've never, been accosted on my bicycle or and obviously the great percentage of these folks don't have a criminal conviction. It was very hard to find data because it's not being really recorded and translated, but anywhere from 73 to 95% of people really just have minor traffic convictions. And so I'm just here to, say that that it's a shameful nightmare of injustice, and I'm stepping outside my comfort zone. And I just encourage everyone here to reach out to your circle of friends and speak the truth. Today, it seems like this will never end, but this will end, and we need to be on the right side of justice because this is wrong. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Doesn't look like any of our online attendees have used the raise hand function. I'll give them another minute if they want to do that. Doesn't look like we're getting any takers on that. Oh.
On then to any committee response comments. Done. Okay. On to business from Springfield Police Department. Chief Russian.
Yeah, so I think I've talked a little bit about our jail going through its accreditation process. We had the inspection. It went very well. And I'm very appreciative to Deputy Chief Crawley for all the work that he did, as well as Tiffany for all of the work that she did. It was a large undertaking to get all of that done. Required a lot of work by both of them, and then also by all of our detention staff as well, just to make sure that we were to meet all of our standards and everything that we had to. I was at the meeting at the end after the inspection, and like I said, we were told that, everything went really well. I'm anticipating getting our accreditation letter here pretty soon, I would think, within the next couple weeks. So hopefully by our next meeting, I'll share with you that that's completely done. And then I just want to remind everybody that this Saturday is the Christmas parade. So I've been told it's referred to as the oldest and the coldest Christmas parade. This will be my 3rd year walking in it, and I'm really hoping for no rain this year. For those of you that remember the last year, it downpoured the entire time. So I've been watching diligently the weather, and it's gone from 93% rain down to like maybe 40% rain. So if it could just give us a few hours. But I think we mentioned in the last meeting, you are all more than welcome to join and walk with us. We start walking at 1 o'clock. So if you want to do that, we have candy canes, and of course the world famous Springfield calendar will be handed out again as usual. We talked about that a couple of times. We will continue to do the calendar. We have digital forensics. That's something that's, evolved in my career as far as the need for digital forensics in police departments. And that's where we have the ability to analyze phones, computers, tablets, all of that kind of thing. It's probably always been a need, but now almost everything that we investigate has some sort of digital component to it. There's very few people that don't have a phone or a computer that has something in it. And so we have a digital forensics unit here. It's small, it's staffed for 2, but right now we actually don't have anybody in it. We had a person who left for another job opportunity and then a retirement. So we have good relationships with our partner agencies and the county and the state. So we've been able to maintain, but I'm happy to say that we did do an internal process, and we selected Officer Tom Slabbert. For those of you that know Tom, he was selected. That's a little bit of a balancing act because we're doing so much work to try to hire right now that I can't actually move Tom into that position until I get a couple more officers hired and able to work on their own. But we'll start getting him some of that training because it requires a lot of training and different certifications to be able to do different things with different devices. So I'm happy to say that we did have some really good internal candidates, and I think Tom will do a great job. Eventually, I'd like to fill that second spot as well, but that will be a little bit further down the road when we get some more staffing. And speaking of staffing, we just swore in, I know it was posted, 2 officers in our unofficial one on Monday. 2 new officers, and then we will be welcoming 3 new officers on Monday, the 15th. Those will be all brand new officers, and they'll get kind of our low-key swear in with the judge. And then we have a really big ceremony that we're gonna have to do because we have quite a few people that we've hired. We've done some movement into detectives. We've promoted a lieutenant. So hopefully after the beginning of the year, we'll do one of our bigger ceremonies and everybody can come and check that out. So that's kind of the update that I have for this meeting. Oh, yes, and I can do that. I forgot that you get time for it. It's a good thing Tiffany's here. She always keeps track. Okay. So, Mr. Adam Jenkins, it is my pleasure to formally acknowledge and thank you for your commitment you have shown as a member of the Springfield Police Advisory Committee. When you began your role in January of 2022 as a neighbor at large representative, you brought not only your time, but also a thoughtful, community-centered approach that helped council provide meaning or help the committee provide meaningful recommendations. The hours you willingly donated, I like to highlight that part, it's donated, all of you donate your time, participating in meetings, reviewing proposals, and engaging in discussions demonstrated a true dedication to public service. Your insight and input supported the committee's role of looking at issues from multiple angles and making decisions for what's best for our community. As law enforcement continues to adapt to new challenges and expectations, community members who serve on councils like SPAC help strengthen relationships, making for a safer and more connected community. Thank you for your service, your volunteerism, your consistent support of the women and men of the Springfield Police Department. Your efforts have made a positive, lasting impact.
Thank you.
Yeah. And after, like multiple years, you get a coin.
Thank you.
All right, Carla. Ms. Carla Burke, this letter is to recognize and highlight the invaluable contributions you have made as a member of the Springfield Advisory Committee. Beginning your service also in January of 2022 in one of the neighborhood at-large positions, you immediately demonstrated a deep commitment to the community by dedicating countless volunteer hours to reviewing materials, attending meetings, and offering thoughtful guidance. Your steady participation provided a broad range of informed perspectives and strengthened the committee's effectiveness and enriched collaboration. Your ability to evaluate issues with care and ask meaningful questions and consider long-term impacts reflected a level of community stewardship that helped move important ideas and decisions forward. As law enforcement, we are continually evolving in how we support the communities we serve. Throughout your term, you played a meaningful role in how the Springfield Police Department continues working with our community to build trust, support public safety, and foster a safe and resilient environment for everyone. Thank you for your dedication, your generosity of time, and your support of the women and men of the Springfield Police Department. Your service has made a lasting difference.
On to business from the committee. We have a policy review scheduled for this evening, policy 2.5.1 regarding immigration laws. This was an existing policy that some additional new languages. Correct.
Yeah, we just clarified some of and actually what we did mostly is what we've noticed in a lot of our policies is they refer to specific ORSs. And when ORS numbers change or there's a difference made in them, then we have to go in and update our policies. So one of the things that we've been doing as we go through these is we just tell them to refer to the ORS, and that directs the officers to go to the current ORS so that we're not listing, ORSs that aren't there anymore.
Yep, 2 copies of the same policy at our places here this evening. Shows text and the revised language is that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I printed out the edited one in color so you can see all the fun changes.
Appreciate that. Any questions or comments from the committee members on those, or is there about policy in general?
The other thing that we did is we added the U and T visa language to this policy so that they're together. And for those of you that don't know, U and T visas are visas that people who are victims of crime or victims of trafficking have the opportunity to apply for. So that is added to this policy.
One other item I'll mention is the last meeting, we had the draft jail policy.
Yes.
And that I still need to bring back to the committee and then. That might be for February.
Maybe, but with the new members, I thought maybe we'd have Mary Bridget come and go over and we can talk about bylaws and different things. So I thought we would do that in February. But we could possibly discuss it then. I hope to by then have a table of contents. I started working on it and then got stuck with some other things. It's a really large document to make a table of contents out of. So hopefully by February I can get that done.
Okay.
And then we'd have an easier way to break it down.
Yeah. Sections prioritized.
Yeah.
That'd probably be a good idea.
Excellent. All right, just so everyone knows that's still on the radar.
Yes. We didn't forget about it.
Okay, move on then to member information share. And as usual, going in order. Josh, anything for you?
I don't have anything tonight to share.
Okay, thank you. Daniel?
Yes, I want to give you feedback, Chief. We had a baby dedication of one of our officers and his wife about a month ago, and Chief, just you being there showed a lot of support, and I think that meant a lot to them, especially with some of the history there and the tragedy they've been through. So that meant a lot for you to come and be there, and so just wanted to give you that feedback.
I appreciate that.
As we noted, Cindy Koza and Jonathan Hayes are not here this evening, so Carla will move on to you.
Real quick, for the jail policy, the conversation that we had last time, you and I had more of a conversation, and the specifically the areas around recovery groups joining. I know that at least one of them has now been fully approved to come in. They're just trying to staff enough volunteers to go volunteer at the jail.
Oh, good.
And so that the city side of it has been worked out. Now the other side needs to get enough people. And I just want to thank, I know that the council is not here, although we have a representative, for the opportunity that I had coming here. I have learned so much about this city. I've lived here for 30 years now, and just these last 4 years have been really wonderful. I did a ride-along. The ride-along was great. I feel now more part of this community than I've ever felt. And I know that it's just part of, if I want to feel part of, I've got to be part of. And so I'm grateful for this opportunity. Thanks.
Terry?
We have a 501c3 going now, Springfield Police Foundation. And it's working together with the community and the police department in harmony. And if anybody wants further information, please come and talk to either myself or Carla.
Adam, anything for you?
Kind of echo a little bit what Carla said. Thanks to everybody. I too got to do a ride along a couple years ago, and was really impressed with the officers I got to meet and kind of see what they got to do, and really surprised how they handle themselves with the people that they got to and deal with, and won't go into the details, but was really impressed with how they dealt with the people in the situations that they were in, and really happy that they're the people that serve our community. And, I really came into this, in support. I live in the Thurston area and just really have kids in schools, and, just want to make sure that our kids are protected and our community is protected. And every year, since 4 years ago when we came on, the transitions that have been made with the chiefs, like every year I feel better and better about this police force and this community. So I just thank you for what you guys do and really appreciate it.
Appreciate that.
And Brett Yancey's not here, so I'll go last. Again, just want to say thank you to both Adam and Carla for your time on the committee. It's been great working with both of you, and hope to see you out in the community still. For Willamette specifically, we've had some really great support, as we have for a long time now, from our school resource officers. Had some assistance from both of them in addressing some student conduct issues we've had in the last couple of months at our parks, and they've been great. So just please pass that along.
I will, thank you.
Appreciate that. Also, just wanted to relay, I had the very sobering and unfortunate opportunity to watch our EMS and police force members in action responding to a potential overdose the other day in one of our parks. And due to some really quick coordination and response from both our park rangers, safety officer, and members of the Springfield fire, that individual's life was saved. But really fantastic just to see the immediate response and coordination through dispatch. And so thank you for that.
Yeah.
That's what I have to share.
And to Adam and Carla, just because this is your last meeting, that does not mean that you cannot continue to volunteer to assist SPD in other ways. So, if you're looking for something to do, I'm sure we can find something.
501c3.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
You have the- yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to also thank Carla and Eric for your time on this committee. Citizen voices are really important to the work that we do in this city. And we truly do appreciate the time and dedication that you've given to the work that happens in this room. And thank you for your time and dedication. Appreciate it.
Okay, well, that brings us to the end of our agenda. Anything else? No. Sure. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.